Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna present about my midterm exam transfer. So first of all, I'll introduce myself. My name is Komjen Beki Rahman Pratama, and my last three digit of student number is 148. Okay, let's go to the presentation. Okay, so in the presentation, I'm gonna present about my answer. So I'm gonna present about my answer from the question section. First, we're told to choose a company and describe what the company is. So I choose Perisman Indonesia, or known as PG, SIG. Uh, this company is state-owned enterprise in the cement and building material industry, and the company is proficient in producing, distributing, and also marketing cement, clinker, and other construction material through subsidiaries such as Semen Gresik, Semen Padang, Semen Tonasa, and Thang Long Cement in Vietnam. SIG operates as the largest cement producer in Indonesia, but also Southeast Asia, supporting national infrastructure and industrial growth. The next question, we're told to identify and also example of risks that likely happen in the company. First, we have compliance risk. So that in the compliance risk, there is two risks that likely happen in the company. First is environmental permit and also regulation risk. SIG profit in a highly regulated industry. Past challenge in Rembang, Central Java, this highlights the risk of non-compliance that could result in fines, legal issue, or project delays. The second risk is corporate governance and ethical risk. As a state-owned company, SIG must uphold strict governance and ethical standards. Violation may lead to legal sanction and reputational harm. The second risk is control risk. There's also two risks that likely happen in this type of risk. First of all is operational equipment failure, heavy, heavy reliance on machinery like kilns and crusher expose SIGs to production halts and financial loss from equipment breakdowns. The second risk is internal financial control weakness. Inadequate oversight and weak internal control may cause financial mismanagement of reducing investor confidence. There's also two more risks that we identified. The third risk is hazard risk. In hazard, we also have two possible risks that likely happen. The first one is occupational safety risk. The use of heavy machinery creates a high safety risk accident from equipment malfunction or human error that can lead to injuries or fatalities. The second one is environmental hazard risk. Quarrying and mining activities may cause dust, pollution, groundwater depletion, and soil erosion, risking the environmental damage and also public backlash. The last type of risk is opportunity risk. We also identified two likely risks that possibly happen in the company. The first one is market demand fluctuation risk, which is dependence on construction and infrastructure demand. The exposed SIG to risk of overcapacity and declining sales during slowdowns. The second one is business diversification execution rate, which was expansion into a non-cement sector, requires innovation and strong execution. Failure may limit new revenue opportunities and increase competition exposure. So the next question was for each risk mentioned in green B above the risk the forest that I was explaining before this, we sought to estimate the likelihood and impact level. So in this table, I was identify what likelihood and impact level from the risk we already identified before. So the first one is environmental permit and also regulation rate. The likelihood is considered as possible, and the impact is safer, and the rationable is environmental permitting issues occur in project sites and can result in fines, suspension, or costly mitigation measures. The second one is corporate governance and ethical risk. We decide to put in likelihood possible and impact also safer. As a large BUMN with many third-party interaction, governance lapses can occur and would damage reputation and incur sanction. The third one is operational equipment failure. The likelihood is possible and the impact is catastrophic. So the mechanical failures can stop production, cause a major repairs, and in worst case lead to serious accidents and plant shutdowns. The fourth one is internal financial control weakness. The likelihood is possible, the impact is moderate. So the complex group structure less the chance of control gaps impacts are typically financial or reporting errors and lost stakeholder confidence. The fifth one is occupational safety risk. The likelihood is likely and the impact is catastrophic. So the heavy industry operation makes safety incident relatively likely without rigorous control. Consequence can be fatal and highly disruptive. And the next one is number six, environmental hazard. The likelihood is possible and the impact is also safer. Chlorine and emissions can materially harm ecosystem and community, triggering cleanup costs and legal or regulatory action. The second one is market demand fluctuation. Likelihood slightly, the impact is moderate. Cement demand is cyclical and sensitive to infrastructure or housing activity. This can depress volumes and margins, but rarely existential. The last one is business disverification execution risks. The likeliable is possible when the impact is moderate. So the new product life and downstream ventures commonly face execution challenge failure, usually mean missed growth rather than catastrophic loss. Okay, the next one is question number 4 or D, which we thought to illustrate the risk matrix from the risk we identified before. So we using the 5.5 risk matrix, which was a likelihood for impact. So this we separate into small, moderate, severe, and catastrophic impact. The likelihood is almost certain, likely, possible, and unlikely. So in this risk matrix shows 8 dots, 8 points, which was our previous identified risk that we was explained before, that I was explained before. From the number 1, 2, and 6 was in possible likelihood and safer impact. The number 3 was in possible likelihood, catastrophic impact. Number 4 and 8 was in possible and moderate impact. The number 5 is from likelihood likely and catastrophic impact. The number 7 is likelihood likely and moderate impact. Next, we talk to list the company priority list. So PT Semen Indonesia or SID face several carries with occupational safety rank as the top priority due to its high likelihood and severe impact. Accidents in cement operation can cause fatalities, production loss, and also legal issues. So SID mitigates This true, the ISO uh, 5 4 4501 safety system continues with the KC training and integration within in its enterprise risk management or ERM framework. Uh, this effort reflects the proactive approach to ensuring a workplace safety and operational continuity. So the priority risk was occupational safety uh, risk. So the last question or the last question from this UTS was to form the risk that we are already listed above, and I was explained before. We have to choose 100 risks, then analyze and create the risk bow tie. So one of the main hazard risks faced by SIG was the occupational safety risk before that we also choose as the priority risk. We need to take prioritize. In this risk bow tie, I'm going to choose the same risk. So the result or central event from this risk bow tie was a workplace accident or injury during cement production activities. We're gonna skip into the table because it's the same explanation. So because of our threats from this risk was equipment malfunction or lack of maintenance, and second one is the human resource or insufficient training. The third one is inadequate safety producer procedures. The last one is fatigue or poor supervision. And the preventive control was regulation maintenance and then inspection schedules, comprehensive worker safety training, strict enforcement of PPE or personal protective equipment. And the last one is implementation of safety management system. This is the central event, which was explained before. Workplace accident or injury during cement production activities. The consequence of the impact was serious worker injuries or fatalities, production delays and financial loss, reputational damage, and also legal penalties or comprehension claims. The mitigative control was emergency response and medical and teams, 8 teams. The next one was accident investigation and corrective actions. The next one was comprehension and rehabilitation program, and the last one was review and update of the safety protocol. Human. So that's all of my presentation about my midterm exams. So I hope you guys understand uh, what uh, what materials or everything I presented for my answering the UTS question. That's all for me. Thank you for listening, and bye bye. See you in the next project video or next chance. I don't know whatever I will gonna make the next video in this channel because this channel only upload about my per or video to video video tugas. So that's all. Bye bye.